With meteorologist Liz Braden, I'm going to admit, I think I might have had the audio down. So hopefully you guys can hear us. We want to check in.
The first time here won't be the last.
Correct. Okay, we want to get a quick check with meteorologist Liz Braden. As I said, hopefully, like I said, you can hear me. But Liz, that heat and humidity is just, it's kicking it out there.
Yeah.
It's not even comfortable.
You know what? I'm kind of over it. It's fine. We'll get through the next few days. Next week, it looks a little bit better for a lot of the kids back to school. But yeah.
I thought you controlled the weather, though, so why don't you just change it?
If I controlled the weather, I'd be making a lot of money. But nonetheless, here we are.
Here we go.
Here we go. Starting things out on this Tuesday morning. Not a bad view. In-dot camera showing you a pretty quiet start to the day. We have a lot of humidity around, not only here in the Midwest, but really the eastern half of the U.S. dealing with tropical levels of humidity. And that's going to stick today, tomorrow, Thursday, and even linger into Friday. Dew points today make it into the 70s, and that's just when the air feels thick. So it will feel uncomfortable at times. Visibility this morning down in a few spots. That's because of how humid it is. We have a little bit of haze setting up, where most places we're looking at visibility about 4 to 5 miles. The main exception to that is over in Grant County, where visibility is down under a mile. So I do think in more rural locations with a lot of corn crops that are holding on to moisture, or low-lying areas closer to maybe some lakes and rivers, that's where you could have worse visibility issues this morning. So keep it in mind as you get ready to head out the door. If you have more of a country drive, you'll want to be a little bit more careful around some of those corners. Temperatures today making into the upper 80s, but with that humidity, it's feeling more like the low 90s, Jess.
All right, Liz. Well, I'm sick of going outside and feeling sticky all the time.
Yeah, we'll give it a few more days, then it'll start to feel a little better.
Okay, Liz, thanks so much. We want to take a look at some of your news headlines this morning. Indiana State Police have issued a statewide silver alert for a missing teen from Hartford City. 14-year-old Jasmine Phillips was last seen yesterday, and police say she's 5'3", 125 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. She was last seen with her hair up in a ponytail, wearing a black hoodie, blue jeans, and black shoes, and police say she was riding a dark blue mountain bike that has teal brake levers. If you have any information, you can contact the Hartford City Police Department right away, or of course, just call 911. All right, you may remember last school year, Southside High School took on a pilot program for what they're calling the Open Gate Weapon Detection Systems. Now they have new data, new information, and FWCS says they're ready to implement that system into their other schools. So 2 metal detecting poles will be placed at the doors where students come in, and when they walk through, a sound will go off and the color will change if the system detects anything metal like a gun or a knife. The $1.4 million project was paid for through the School Safety Operations Referendum in response to 9 weapons found on different FWCS campuses during the 2022-2023 school year. But last year, school leaders say they didn't find any.
This technology only allows us to look for certain items. So it narrows that down where we're not so much like TSA, you don't have to empty your pockets for your phone, your keys, and all that. Our students don't have that much time.
This year, the detection systems will be implemented at Northside, Southside, Northrop, Snyder, and Wayne High Schools, along with the Anthus Career Center. Okay, there's been a surge in young people registering to vote, and some experts think they could have an impact on who wins the election in November. The latest numbers from a poll by Axios shows that young people are more interested in potentially voting for Vice President Harris, than they were President Joe Biden. 60% of young voters surveyed saying they'd vote for Harris as opposed to Biden's 53%, and Allen County Young Democrats President Bree Andrews and Allen County Recorder Nicole Kiesling believe voters between the age of 18 and 35 could be the most important demographic in this election.
We're supposed to be progressing. We're supposed to be moving the needle forward. We're supposed to be growing. And how can we do that when we continue shaping everything that we do in this country by the exact same type of person?
The Harris campaign has gotten a good message together. They're targeting in on their key voters, and I think that you're going to come to see the Republican Party and President Trump to do the same exact thing. It's going to come down to messaging.
You can check your voter registration status and register as a new voter on indianavoters.in.gov. Okay, Liz, I'm bringing you back over here for what is a really random story. Today is apparently National Cheesecake Day. And what I thought was really weird when I was reading about this is they said it was the perfect time to enjoy a slice of one of the world's favorite desserts because it's during the Olympics. So apparently, the first recipe for cheesecake dates back to ancient Greece, which, of course, the Olympics. And it was a special dessert served to the athletes. So you can serve it, of course, the graham cracker crust with fruits and berries, the coffee flavors, chocolate. Now, Liz, do you like cheesecake? Because I used to be a huge cheesecake person, and not so much anymore.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I like it. If I like it, my husband loves it. He is really big into cheesecake. So anytime there's like a special event, he's like, cheesecake.
It's just a little too rich for me, but I have a huge sweet tooth. I love cake. I mean, Liz knows. I make her go get me a cake pop all the time. I love cake. Yep. Cheesecake, not so much.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because we were just having this talk earlier this week with Kayla Stewart. She was talking about what restaurants need to come to Fort Wayne, and she said she wants Cheesecake Factory.
That is so
bad.
To say that.
But did you know? I don't know if this may be just a little.
I know what you're
gem.
gonna say.
Yeah, the Barnes and Noble in Glenbrook Mall. They have some cheesecake slices from
Which is so random.
Cheesecake Factory. I know.
Is so random.
But there you go. In case you really have this hankering on this National Cheesecake Day, Icing for Isaac has some really good ones too, and they even sell them at the Lasses around the region.
Well, happy National Cheesecake Day to all of you who celebrate.
Yes.
All right, we want to leave you guys on a live look over Broadway Plaza once again this morning. It's hot and humid out there, so hopefully you can stay cool, stay inside, and we're back again tomorrow. Have a great day.